right, so today our guest shouldn't have an intro, but I guess nobody on my platform knows him, but it's the homie Gio. We kind of reconnected on Instagram and stuff like that. A lot of you might know his Instagram page. See that too? I know the 86 platform. It's Trueno.
Trueno, yeah.
And if you want to shout out your Instagram.
Yeah, so what's up, man? I'm Gio, and the Instagram is roll86_Trueno. And we basically specialize in rebuilding older Toyotas. It could be from, we specialize in Corolla specifically, but sometimes we work on pickups.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but it's definitely Toyota.
And you've had your hands on a Datsun Roadster too, right?
Yeah,
I seen that.
You saw that.
I seen that because that sparked my interest too, because I came across this. I don't know, that photographer Larry Chen.
Larry Chen.
He did a little thing, and some dude had a Roadster, but they put a Subaru Boxer engine in it, and that shit ripped. But it was the same model that you guys had, obviously. But yeah, me and Gio, I guess we could say we go way back. It's already gonna be our fucking 10-year reunion.
10 years, bro. Is that even gonna happen?
I don't know. I doubt it. I haven't seen it. But
if it didn't happen for our brothers, I doubt it's gonna happen.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, and again too, no disrespect to Gio. I don't want to say I was his best friend or anything like that, but we did have a couple classes together, and even before this, we were talking about a specific incident. In high school, I didn't really know much about cars, but I knew Gio had a car, right? Yeah. He had a car, and this certain he's not even a bad guy. He just didn't know either, right? But anyways, I remember them going back and forth, and Gio was like, "Dog, I got a whip." Like, you don't. What's up? Like, why? And so he was like, "No, you don't." And he's like, "I got in the student parking lot. I'll show you after." Yeah. And at the time, again, I didn't know, but it turned out to be that 86, right, or the Corolla, right?
And yeah. I still own that shit to this day, bro.
Yeah, right.
That's the crazy part.
Did you like part ways with it for a short time and then got it back?
No. So what ended up happening is I ended up driving it the end of high school, all through college, and then towards the end of college, I ended up getting better cars, the 350. I started dating an IS.
Yeah. Oh.
Or you
were like, all right, let's something more modern. Let's
something more modern, exactly. So FAFSA started coming in, and
I feel you.
So I started getting better cars and whatnot. So I ended up just parking it, and to this day, it's still stored in my backyard. But that's one car. Every time a customer pulls up to my crib or something, I'm like, bro, that's not for sale.
Yeah, don't even look over there. You could look, but no.
Yeah. And then don't bother,
I don't think I necessarily saw it in high school, but did it have the wide body in high school, or was it?
It had a lip. It had a front lip. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it had a front lip. But
and then where did you get it from?
I got it in Southgate. So let me go back to the story of the car, right?
Yeah, go for it. Break it down.
So I was just scrolling through Craigslist when Craigslist was hot back then. When Craigslist was popping. So I was like, man, let me go look through, because initially the plan was to get a Monte Carlo, like a Nova.
Hey, you're trying to go that GM way,
exactly.
Huh?
I was trying to go that route, because it just seemed like the thing to do. Get a Chevy, you put some IROX on it, and then you're like, fuck it,
you some headers.
You're thugging in LA with that shit, But anyways, I find this fucking 86, bro, for $600. I was still doubting myself. It wasn't a real 86.
Yeah.
But it was I didn't know shit about it. Seriously, I didn't know shit about it. I just knew that A86 had a following, and that it was a cool car.
Yeah.
So I get there, the car's the engine has a blown head gasket. The car's an automatic, but the interior was mint.
Right.
So it was
it's got a lot of positives.
Yeah, it has a lot of potential, right? And my grandpa was a mechanic. He was a mechanic, so I was like, well, if I get the car, then we could just fix it, and I'll start to daily that shit.
Yeah.
Not knowing shit about the mechanic world, nothing. I just knew that an 86 was a cool car. It's Honda Civic is
everybody wants
it.
Car, it's something that everybody wants.
Exactly. So, but not everyone knows
exactly.
about the 86.
No, not at the time,
So, I remember, I get the car home. We do the head gasket on it, whatever. I guess my grandpa didn't fucking know how to torque the head to specs. So I would dip, bro. I would dip to school,
right,
with the car, and it still had a blown head gasket.
Yeah, it wasn't on right.
Yeah, it wasn't on right. So it was like the car used to overheat. It used to turn off. And I would tell my mom, like, because obviously, like, you're underage when you're in high school. Yeah. And I would tell her, Mom, like, please let me drive today. Like, let me drive today. She's like, no, the car's not
gonna leave you.
The car's gonna leave you. But I was like, no. Like, if you just had a car in high school, you were cool.
Yeah.
You were chilling.
Didn't matter what you had. I mean, with the homie Cañete, we were rolling in his dad's van.
Yeah,
so and it was
exactly.
Cool.
So this I mean, my bad. My grandpa didn't end up torquing the head right, so it would just like the oil got milky again.
Oh no!
But I didn't know shit. You know, I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that wasn't normal.
This doesn't look
but
right.
I mean, being a stubborn kid, you're just like, fuck it. Like
I'm
gonna go. Anyways, one thing that I could recollect that's very like vivid in my memory is that when I would drive the car out of the parking lot, you know, when because the buses were right next to the parking. Bro, it was like the most embarrassing shit ever. Because I mean, I knew what I had, you know.
Yeah.
I knew what I had, but everyone else saw it as this old ass like clunker.
And again, we're in high school,
yeah,
so
we're in high
they're
school,
ruthless,
exactly.
dog.
Yeah, so they were
ruthless.
like I remember a pair of girls walking by and they're like, "Oh, give me a ride," but just like straight laughing, you know what I mean? And I was like, "Fuck," like, bro, I was embarrassed.
Yeah,
you know,
I get it, yeah.
But it was all good, bro. Like deep down inside, I knew what I had, you know.
Yeah,
like I knew
like,
the
nah,
potential.
this is something.
And I remember like, I don't know, you remember Gerardo?
Yeah.
Gerardo, okay, so Gerardo fucking tells me, he's like, "What do you got?" And I was like, "Bro, it's a 1985 A86."
Right.
And he just starts laughing, and then I'm like, well,
like,
I didn't know what to say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I didn't know what to say.
All right, cool, thanks, man.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the reaction that happened in high school, and then like I started like to hang around with more like car guys in college, and then everyone was more like stoked and like
they're
impressed.
like, "Oh wait, what do you?"
Yeah,
it went from I got an 86 to like, "Yeah, oh dog, I got the
like,
86."
This is the 86, correct? So then that was the first car we ever had, bro.
Yeah,
and I kid you not, I probably owned about, or we have probably owned about 200 86s ever since.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
And whether we've flipped them, whether we've chopped them, whether we've fucking like.
Because I was gonna say that too. You don't just, like you said, you're not just flipping them. I've seen you on Marketplace too. Yeah. Like that. I don't want to throw it out there, but that 86 that you recently had up for a minute, and you guys are like, I'm over it. We're partying it out. Like your chance is over. You're not buying the full car anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And you do that a lot too on your Instagram page. I do see, like, oh, we're doing this swap. You want the headers on this, or do you want this brake system for this and that? So
yeah, so it's pretty cool what we do, because like it is frowned upon in the community a lot, like the approach that we take onto the whole 86 world,
right?
Because we get one car and we can basically build another 10. You know what I mean? And the way that works is like, so you're dismantling one really good car.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know,
I see where
one
people
really
can
good
get
car.
butthurt.
And then, and then people is like, "Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know, like, what's the point? Like, I don't see it."
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, once it's a business, it's it's for profit,
right?
You know? So, like, it's thankfully it's so successful that a part out will probably last me about a week or two.
Okay.
Before all the parts are gone.
Yeah, they're completely
or
gone.
Before a customer is like, "Hey, I need the frame. I need the entire frame of the car.
Okay.
Can you do this?"
Yeah.
Like, I just recently did that. I don't know if you saw my post.
Yeah.
So the Fujiwara Tofu guys, one of them, when they would just have the pop-up shops before they have the brick and mortar, they were coming back from an event and they rolled over. Like, this dude just cuts them off. They fucking roll over. And the car was sitting in his backyard for 5 years, just collecting dust.
Yeah.
Fucking, the car was full of spiders, bro.
Yeah.
It was full of black spiders. But I was just like, you know, like, bro, I'm from South Central. I'm Mexican. I'm gonna thug this out. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make this happen. But thankfully, we made it through. Didn't get bit by no spiders or nothing.
Right.
And we managed to do the job in like 5 days.
Damn.
Yeah, literally flipped every nut and bolt on that car to the other chassis. And basically,
and that's what it is. But at the same time, too, I don't see why. I mean, I get the whole, you got a perfect car already. Why are you going to chop it up? But then it's like you're saying, if I can make 10 other cars that are going to run and drive for 10 other people, you know, why not? It's not like you're destroying the culture or anything like that. If anything, you're sharing the love, you know, you're spreading it out. And See, I didn't know that's because I'm not the one in that business, but I never saw it like that. Every time you would post, I was like, oh shit, like damn, he's got another one. He got another one. Like damn, but it was never like damn, he's messing this one up for
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Like if you could literally make 10 other cars off of this one donor car. I mean, people do that all the time too with other cars, right? Like that's how it is.
And it's crazy too. Like I get this a lot. Like when people see me post online, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, they get this image of me like I'm just like this fucking greedy dickhead that's like out here ruining these cars.
Right.
But once they actually get to meet me in person, they're like, "Yo, bro, like you're actually really cool. Like you're actually like really like laid back. You know, like you don't got your fucking head up your ass and you know, like you're chill. Like you're somebody I want to have as a homie." And I'm like, yeah, bro, like, don't fucking, like, think that that I'm a dick, you know?
Yeah, like, it is business at the end of the day, but still,
sure.
you're not trying to fuck anybody over at the same time.
Not at all, not at all. Like, I don't think I've ever done a deal where I'm just, like, I'm trying to hide from somebody or I'm, like, that I was shady about it.
Yeah,
you know? Like, I've had a couple of deals that have gone south.
Obviously,
but, you know, I've managed to, like, repair, like, whatever needed to be repaired or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can't make everyone happy, bro.
No, for sure. Yeah.
You can't make everyone happy, and it's something you got to live with. You know what I mean? It's caused me anxiety throughout the fucking years.
I fucking bet, man.
Like, fuck, man, did this car end up right, or are the brakes like as good as you know?
Did we bleed it enough? Like, is there
still? Yeah, bro. There's always that shit where you're just like, you can't ever be perfect enough. You know? And there's some customers that expect like this fucking top tier level work, and then there's other ones that are just like, okay, like I understand that it's about to be a 40-year-old car. Yeah, I understand that there's gonna be flaws. I understand that there's gonna be like, it's not gonna be perfect. Yeah, but it's usually the picky ones that are just like, oh fuck. Yeah, like really? And right off the bat, I've learned throughout the years where like, so obviously when you go talk to a customer about a potential job or something, like you can straight out pick up the vibe. Yeah. Whether this person's going to be problematic. Yeah. You know, that first sentence, man. Whether this person's going to fucking, like, be super anal about everything. I mean, no disrespect to any of my past customers, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, it is what it is. But, like, you can straight out tell, and there's sometimes that, like, well, now I've learned that not all money is good money. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Just fucking, like, let it go.
And that's a hard lesson to learn, too, right? Because, like you're saying, you're trying to please everybody, and you already have the mentality, like, I got to make this perfect. If not for them, for myself or whatever. Yeah, correct. And which is a good mentality to have because you're double checking everything. And all the cars that have come out from you guys, they're fucking nice.
Appreciate that.
You know, the even down to the interior, like you said, you know, I've seen cars, not even just, you know, the Toyotas or anything, but the headliners just falling down, like you said. The Civics, like they're just all janky as fuck, man. So, it's like you're saying, it's hard to please everybody.
Thankfully, also like, ever since I started, bro, I've always been, like, very OCD about, like, everything. Like, let's say the background, let's say I'm just simply posting a part. Yeah. I'm going to post a part myself. Like, the background needs to be clean.
The pictures are the hardest, man. Pictures are the fucking hard.
Yeah, so, like, everything needs to have, like, a good presentation. Everything needs to have, like, there can't, like, I would, like, let's say I'm posting a differential, the differential that goes in the back of the car. I need to sweep the floor before I even it's like that. It's let's
get a nice piece of cardboard to put this over.
Exactly. Like you don't want to put a cardboard that's all like oily and like it kind of represents like or it gives off that vibe of like like okay, this guy cares, you know? Yeah. And that's what's up, bro. Like that's kind of what I'm about, and I'm kind of like that overall, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like whether it be another business or whatever, right? You know? But specifically cars, like. I'm super anal about being clean and you know.
And like I said, it's a good way to be because at the end of the day, obviously like even just through your pictures on Instagram or your actual customers, they're gonna see like you took the time. Like I'm saying, you could have really nice seats and everything like that, but if that headliner's sagging and it's gross nasty, they're gonna know that's the one thing they're gonna pick out, right? And for you to be like, no, everything's gotta be perfect or nice. Close to perfect.
Close to perfect. Or at least appealing to the eye. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay. Because there's times that I've delayed, like, selling a car because, like, I don't have the right, like, cluster or I don't have the right... just that specific right part that's going to complete the puzzle. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it kind of goes a long way because at the end of the day, it's a rewarding feeling that you sold a piece that you're proud of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you're proud of, and you're like, fuck yeah, like I can do this 1,000 times.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I could
that motivation to keep going.
And that's kind of what kind of has kept me going. You know, I can show you some pictures after the podcast and stuff of like before and afters, and that's a really rewarding feeling where it's like, okay, you take this fucking piece of shit car that is just like that. People saw it as it had no potential, or
that's why it was in the backyard rotting.
Yeah, exactly. And then you just get it home and you simply just power wash it.
Yeah,
you simply power wash the shit out of it, and bro, it just starts to come to life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You power wash it, you get all the dirt off, you get all the spiders off, you get all that shit off,
and it just starts. It all starts coming together, right?
Yeah, exactly. It starts to come together, and then it makes you want to work on the car. So one tip that I would give out all the followers out there, if you guys do have a project, if you guys do like have a car that you guys are losing motivation on, fucking put some dope ass wheels on it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Put some dope wheels on it.
Shoes, man, it'll change everything.
Yeah, exactly. You know, put those fucking wheels on, and it'll make you just want to start wrenching on that shit. Because it'll kind of give you like a kind of a vision of what the end result will be.
What it's gonna look like.
Yeah. So like when a car comes in and it has like shitty wheels, like I kind of want to work on the car that has nice wheels on first.
Yeah. You're like, let's do this one. It's starting because in that too, you get a good fitment on it. You get tires that just look right. Whatever you're going for,
whatever
stance,
stance it is.
That stretch fitment and all that stuff.
Correct. Whether it's a media aggressive fucking stance or whether it's cambered out or whatever, as long as it has a nice fitment, like it makes you want to work on it.
That's funny. That's a good tip because the last guy that we had, my coworker, the homie Roger, he has a 95 Honda Civic, and he bought it for that reason. He's like, I'm gonna build it and stuff. And obviously, he has a kid. He just had a kid and stuff like that. Nice. But the only thing he did was he was like, I'm gonna take out the rack and pinion. I don't need the power steering, and that's all he's done. Okay. And ever since then, he's like, I need wheels. So it's funny that you're saying that now because there's people out there that is their starting point, and that is his motivation. He's on offer up every single day, and he'll tell us too, like. And especially me, because I work in Fontana, so they all live out there. And so he'll be like, hey, like, what are the wheels like out there? And I'm like, well, what do we could look, because, my location's over here. Yeah. So that's pretty funny, because, I mean, the wheels will change everything, man.
That's a good starting point. And on the selling side, it's a good selling point.
That too,
You know what I mean? Where it's like, wow, the car has $2,000 wheels. It's worth it just by that.
Yeah, just by that alone. If they want to flip it on their own, they could do the same thing.
Or just take that off and recover some money or whatever. Like, for sure. Wheels are important, guys. Yeah. So fucking
start off with the wheels and then go from there.
Start off with the fucking wheels. Whether your suspension is fucked up, just get some wheels on there, and it'll definitely change the game for you.
The suspension's fucked up and it's sagging. even better, because then it's gonna look lowered. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
Fucking Ellie Pajos. Though.
Yeah, man. That's why you got to go the meaty stance. You got so you don't fuck the wheels up. But speaking of businesses, that too, right? You guys had a food truck. Am I right?
It's crazy how you've been following us since then.
Yeah, I've been following you since then, and then I believe. Last year, you did like one of those Instagram recaps, and you were like, "Oh, look, like this is what we did." And then I had been following you since then, okay? Because I believe it was you and the other homie, right? Yeah, and I saw that, and then you said like, "Oh, you sold it," and I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot they had that food truck for a while." So did you do the food truck first, and then you started, flipping these Corollas?
So let's get into that too. Thanks for bringing that up. So I've always been like very entrepreneurial and very ambitious, right?
I remember that.
So thankfully, like doing this car stuff has put me in a position where I'm just like, okay, like I want to venture on to something else and make that like passive income.
Right.
So all 2019 we attempted to do the food truck. So I ended up going through Craigslist. I think Craigslist was still like it wasn't dead. It wasn't dead yet. It wasn't dead yet. Yeah. So I'm on Craigslist and I find this really good deal on this food truck that it was like futuristic, bro. Like the fucking you walk into the kitchen and it looked like a 5-star kitchen. Like it just looked top of the line, like stainless steel walls. On the outside it even had like a TV. Oh, it was dope, bro. It was off the hook. So I was just like I had been searching for years, bro. I had been searching. Right. So I got informed, obviously, like if you're going to get into a business, you got to know what's up. You got to get informed. Yeah. So I had been informed and I had been educating myself of like what requirements, what permits, what shit you're going to need for a food truck business. So let's say if the truck is like 1990 and older, like it needs like this whole system. It's called a suppression system for in case if there's a fire.
Okay.
But let's say the person that owned it in 1990 wants to sell it today.
Right.
It will no longer be transferable because you got to update that system, the whole fire system.
So it has to stay with the original owner for that system not to be in there?
Well, they could still get away with it.
Okay.
But you as a new owner, you got to upgrade the shit out of it, and you got to get like all new permits, and it's a fucking pain in the ass.
I bet.
But since this truck had just literally gotten finished getting built like in 2018, or it was like not even a year old.
Okay.
It had just gotten done like getting built, and it was basically ready to hit the streets. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Like we're gonna purchase this truck and you know, go balls in. Go balls in and make it work. So I mean, just picture us, like it was me and my brother. Picture us like being in the automotive industry like for a big part of our lives,
right? And
just saying like, bro, we didn't even know how to cook.
I was gonna say that. Any of you?
No, bro, we genuinely didn't even know how to cook.
And now you technically own a restaurant.
Yeah,
on wheels,
and we're basically like on the street, like fully permitted though, for sure. Like you even got to get a food handler's card.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, you can't touch the food if you don't know what's up.
Yeah, exactly. You're
cross contamination and all
you're
that
getting
shit
screwed. Yeah.
So we got all the permits and everything. So we were legit. Bro, we started. It was crazy how it kind of just like ended up developing into like what it became. Because same thing with the cars, similar to the cars, right?
Right.
It kind of just snowballs.
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But like we get into the business, we were really struggling in the first fucking 3-4 months of it. We were like having difficulty finding a parking spot. We were like having trouble with the loading zones in downtown LA. We were it was just a pain in the ass, bro. And we're like, fuck. Like I kind of started doubting myself. Like, did I do the right thing?
Yeah, yeah, no.
Like, did I do the right thing? Because like it would literally sometimes it'd take us like 4 or 5 hours to make $300, bro.
Oh my god!
Imagine that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know what I mean, imagine going from a business that's like consistently fucking like making you an income.
Weekly. You're just this is cool.
And then you go to a fucking food truck that you're like kind of enslaved, working from the morning all the way to the nighttime, and you're probably breaking even at that.
Barely and stuff.
Barely breaking.
All right, but real quick, that too. Did you guys were cooking in the truck, or did you guys had already, like for the first 3 months, was it just you and your brother in the truck doing work, or did you guys find, like, did you hire other people?
Nah, bro, the whole time, the whole fucking year, the whole 2019, it was me and him inside the truck just thugging it out.
For real?
It was us, bro. So, like, we never got it to the point where it's like, okay, we could get employees.
Right.
And all that. But it was definitely an experience. It was definitely an experience of, like, there was a lot of things that I didn't know in my regular like car business. Yeah. That where I came out to the street and started like, you know, meeting other people and everything. It kind of like puts you on your toes. Yeah. You know, it puts you on your toes where like you can't trust anyone, where you can't like tell everyone everything you know. Right. It's like it just kind of like turned into that, and like I really didn't like the vibe. Yeah, because it's like really competitive, right? It's really competitive. Like everyone's out here fucking selling tacos.
Yeah, everyone's making something.
Yes, but I mean, like they say, the sun shines for everyone, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So we were able to make it work for the whole year. It got to the point where we were selling in Culver City, and that's when like shit started taking off. Like, bro, the first day that we landed that spot, I don't know how the fuck we ended there, bro. But the first day we landed that spot. As soon as we opened up our door, we had like 5-6 like people just from like fucking like these startups, right? Because it was like they say Culver City's like the mini fucking Silicon Valley or whatever. Oh, okay. So we just opened up our doors and we had like 5-6 people looking at our menu. Yeah. So we're like, fuck, we weren't used to that. You know what I mean? We weren't used to that. So yeah, I mean, it just kind of like. It's slowly like we started giving ourselves to know to the public, and we started getting booked for like catering gigs and
that's crazy. Like that. It started popping off.
It started taking off. Yeah, but then it got to the point where we're just like, fuck. Like deep down inside, we knew that we were just passionate about cars. You know, where we were just like, that's where our heart's at. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, given that I'm like driven to make a business and everything, I want to venture into different things. I want to make other shit happen. So I gave it a shot, but then at the end of the year, I ended up just listing the truck up for sale, and then we were just getting like really weird offers. And there was this family that came in from Orange County, and they were cash ready.
Oh, okay.
They were just like,
yeah, they're like, what's up?
They
with
were
it?
like ready. So we did fuck up once, where we like made them show up to the spot, and we're like, hey, like, okay, we're gonna sell it.
Yeah.
But we're the ones that were like having second thoughts.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't show up.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So yeah. So I mean, that felt really fucked up about that. But anyways, it definitely got to a point, like a breaking point, where we're just like, fuck it, like we're gonna sell it. You know what I mean? Like, this is not for us. So we ended up fucking just selling it, parted ways, and didn't look back to the food industry. You know what I mean? But yeah, there was a lot of lessons learned there.
For sure.
But at least like we came back to the cars, and it's been very successful ever since. We've worked with cool names like Donut Media.
Yep. That's what I was gonna ask right now. I was like, even after all this, we're gonna talk about that fame. You probably haven't seen your face, Gio, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah. But I was telling you earlier, I started following you on Instagram, and then you hit me up. You're like, yo, this is Gio. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know. I remember you. I was like, oh, shit, I didn't know this was you, this, that, and the other. And then when James was building the 8.6, I was like, oh, that's fucking dope. And then your Instagram name popped up, and I was like, nah, hold on. That's my best friend. Nah, I started like, wait. I was like, I know this dude. And then, I mean, I never really hit you up because I didn't want to just be like, yo, you were on Donut. But
exactly.
We did see that, and it just goes to show that, you know, Gio is a pretty big name in the 8.6 industry, right? If you're getting a YouTuber and stuff like that. And I mean, not even a YouTuber, but they're car enthusiasts as well. They seem like pretty cool guys. And I mean, you don't have to bash them or lie or anything, but they do seem like really good guys, man.
Sure. They're definitely cool, bro. Shout out to James Pumphery. The way I met him was, I was working on the car, on that black car before he even bought it, before it even became James' car.
Yeah.
I was the one like doing repairs or whatever, because the car was originally from San Diego. This dude that I had done business with bought it from the older gentleman out in San Diego. He brought it back. The car had good pieces on it.
Yeah.
Like, it had all the nice JDM bumpers and the lights and all that shit, but the wiring was a mess, and the engine was like leaking oil everywhere and everything. So I was doing repairs on the car, and then this dude ends up listing it on OfferUp, and then that's when James Pumphery ended up buying it for him. So I guess the seller didn't want to seem like sketchy or whatever, and he's like, hey, I know somebody that can fix it.
Yeah.
Meaning me.
Yeah.
I know somebody that can fix the car. But the dude didn't tell me. He's like, hey, we're going to go meet James Pumphery.
Yeah. You're just like, all right, I guess I'll show up.
Yeah, like, I'll pull up. Like, let's roll. And then so we go out to Palisades.
You're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we drive up to Palisades. Yeah, well, you know what? There's an area in Palisades that's like really beautiful, and then there's this kind of like just Hollywood Hill, like look like, you know, away from the shore. Yeah, that's kind of where he was staying at. And I was just the same thing as you said. You know, I was just like laid back. Like, I wasn't like, oh, fucking James Pumphery. I was just like, what's up, man? Like, let's try to get this problem solved. You know, like, let's try to get this problem solved. I wasn't fucking like fangirling.
Yeah, because then he's just gonna be like, yeah, nah, let's find someone else to help out.
So then after that, bro, like, the relationship kind of just evolved where, like, if he needed something, he would hit me up. You know what I mean? And funny story is, like, for a minute, Victor, our one of our classmates from high school, he actually got into the 8.6s because we were just like, fuck it, like, let's make it happen, you know, let's make it work. So he had the 20 valve motor in his possession.
Okay, it was a gray one, right? I think, was it, or silver or something like that?
It was a black top. It was a black top. Yeah, it was a black top. So he ended up having the motor in his possession, and James Pumphery's like, hey, I want to swap the engine in my 8.6. Do you know anyone that has a black top? So I was like, fuck yeah, like, I mean, I'd rather put some money in my boy's pocket.
Yeah.
So I hit up Victor. I was like, hey, bro, I got that. Do you still have that 20 valve? I got a customer. And he's like, yeah, for sure. So I did tell him, like, I was like, hey, like, fucking James from Donut wants to
act cool, dude.
Yeah,
cool.
I was just like, yeah, just be laid back, you know. But we showed up, we delivered the motor and shit, and Victor ends up getting, like, they end up getting Victor's information down, and they send him like a hat.
I think I seen that. He posted that. He was like, "Oh, shout out to Donut," and I was like, "This motherfucker, this dude too, man."
Yeah. So they ended up sending him like a T-shirt, a fucking hat. But yeah, it was a cool experience, bro. It was a cool experience.
I
like,
bet.
People still get hyped about like seeing him following me and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he follows you, like, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's cool. Yeah, it's casual, man.
Yeah, it's like, what's up, you know?
Like,
But another name that we've also worked with is Dustin Williams. I don't know if
that guy. I don't.
So
I don't know.
Dustin Williams. He's like this YouTuber that's known for fucking GTRs.
Oh, okay.
But he's kind of like branched out to other kinds of cars. But he has like 1 million followers now or something like that. So it's kind of like a smaller version of like Adam LZ.
Yeah. I know.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope though.
Yeah.
So is he like branching into like he hit you up for about an 8.6 or something? Or?
I sold him an 8.6.
Okay.
I sold him an 8.6. We restored basically from like A to Z. You know, we did the whole shit. He hits me up. He's like, hey, I'm looking for a car. He actually interviewed me.
Oh, damn.
But for some reason, he fucking called me Jonathan on the video.
Oh, that's what's up.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, that's not even my name, you know?
Yeah, and he's like, all right, well, this video's not going out, so my bad.
No, he did. He uploaded that shit.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he uploaded that shit. But I did ask him. I was like, hey, bro, can you put my Instagram on there? And he didn't, bro. So I was like,
So first of all, he called me Jonathan.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
man.
I mean, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
I've had met customers, like, within these past, like, couple years where they're like, bro, I saw you on that video.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I had this, I just literally just finished this customer's car that he came from New York, right?
Okay.
Super cool fucking dude. Shout out to Jason, man. He's really cool. So it's this car right here.
Oh.
We just basically GTS swapped the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Fixed it up, you know?
Yeah.
So he was actually living in New York when he saw the video of me with Dustin Williams out here. Yeah, he was still living out there. And then he's like, hey, he actually tells me while we're working on his car, he's like, bro, it's crazy how life kind of works. Like, I was still living in New York when I saw you on that video. Yeah. And like, here I am now living in California, working on my car with you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like, it's kind of like normal. You know what I mean? Me, but to me, he might see me as like, wow, like, fuck, like, this guy, you know?
No, it's true though. Cause like I said, when I saw that your name popped up on Donut, cause I love Donut, man. They got good videos, but I legit was like, oh yeah, we're friends, dude. I felt like I told my brother, I was like, yo, you remember Gio? And you know what he said? He was like, Gio, that's like, and no, and he goes, oh, the homie Stank, and I was like, that's him. And he was like, yeah. He was like, no way, and I was like, yeah, he does 86 now, and he came. They shout him out. He was helping him on Donut, but I felt like that. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like that's the homie, you know? Like holy shit, he's doing big stuff now. And
I think for crazy. Everybody, you gotta let them know a little bit about the whole Stank.
Oh man, what was it? What do we have? Spanish?
Yeah,
the Chino.
No, she knows a little bit about it.
A little bit about. Oh man.
But backtracking to high school. I don't know where the fuck it evolved from, but like, I mean, obviously you're a little like less mature or whatever. You know, you're a little
degenerate, man.
You're just fucking having fun. You know, you're just having fun with it, and like when girls would just pass by or whatever, like you could tell that they didn't shower that day or something. You know what I mean? You would just be like, "Stank!" Like, god damn! Like
Gio wasn't. No disrespect, he wasn't hollering at girls. He was he was over here. Yeah,
I was just telling them to shower.
Well, yeah, basically. But when we're telling you, like, we don't want to blow your eardrums out, but when we're telling you, Gio would yell it out, and you would hear it from across the hall. You would hear it from across the hall. So and it was him and Victor. Don't get it twisted. It was him and Victor, and it kind of it stuck with Gio because other people started saying it, and
it kind of became a thing.
Yeah,
it became a thing, bro. It definitely
within
became
our
a thing.
class. We were like, because everybody
Mm-hmm.
would use it at that point. It turned into it was just slang at that point. We're like, dang, like dang. I think even people started like they would be like, oh dang, she's stanky. Like they would shorten it, stanky.
Exactly.
Like, so it's pretty,
So I'm sure you got followers from fucking Roosevelt.
Yeah, I got
so just by that, they're probably gonna remember me.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
You know
they're gonna be like, oh yeah, now we remember who it is. Yeah, because
I remember talking about that specifically. I remember a really proud moment that I felt where it's like, I was just like casually walking to my class, and I would just hear that shit echo at the end of the hallway. You know, I would just hear it echo, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, because usually people would yell it when I'd be around.
Yeah,
you know because like it was like a thing, like it's stanky.
Yeah, because we saw you, and we were like, "Oh."
But then it's like you started hearing it without me even being around. Where it's like, "What the fuck?" Like,
oh, I did something here.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it kind of showed like the impact I'd create. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, bro, that shit.
But yeah, still those impacts are still following you though, because like you said, I mean, again, that whole donut thing was crazy and stuff like that, and It is pretty big. Like I told you too. I do see you on Facebook Market every now and then. I'm like, oh, I know this dude too. I feel so. Yeah, sometimes I feel like commenting, like, oh, yo, what's up, dog? Like, you know, and it's crazy because I'm telling you, go follow. What? Sorry, the Instagram again.
Roll86 _ Trueno.
Follow it because you'll see, and he's not lying when he says after 5 days there's a complete transformation. There's complete transformations, and he's showing you every day. I also wanted to ask, Little Foo. Who is that? He seems like a good guy though, man.
Yeah, he's definitely fun.
I'm a fan, bro.
So he's definitely fun, bro. I mean, he's on my highlights. He's on the highlights of the Instagram. So even if I'm not posting him as much anymore, he's there to stay.
Yeah, he's around.
He's there to stay. But Little Fool, we actually met through 8-6s, bro. That's kind of like crazy. Yeah. So like, it was probably like 2015. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2015. Where I posted like this. It wasn't even an 8.6. It was like the older version, the T's, the ones that are like squared with the quad headlights that look like 830s.
Yeah.
So I posted one of those, for part out. Like I was just like, well, I picked it up for like $300. I'm like, well, what's the worst that can happen? Let me part this shit out. So one of Little Fool's boys hits me up. He's like, hey, I'm looking for some rims for my 86. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, well, yeah, these wheels are for sale. Yeah. Anyways. He's like, well, I run with a couple guys out here in South LA that have 8.6s, and I'm like, no fucking way, like, shit. Like, no, you fucking don't.
Yeah, like I know.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that keep in mind, it was 2015.
It
had only been 2 years since I had started in the whole game because I got my first 8.6 in 2013, so it had only been 2 years me being in the game. So I was like, holy shit, like, is this really real? Like, is this really real? So we ended up meeting out at Pep Boys out in right there off of Washington and Hoover, right off of Washington and Hoover. So we ended up meeting there because I guess one of them worked there.
Oh, okay.
And you just see fucking Little Fool like riding around in the passenger seat of somebody's car. So we're like, what the fuck? Like,
who's this dude?
Yeah, like we're like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, like he just seemed cool. You know, he just seemed like laid back. He definitely seemed like a character, you know? So I was like, man, like, I thought it was somebody's uncle at first. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I thought, bro. Like, I thought this guy was like,
rolling around right now, man.
Who's cruising with their deal in the fucking whip, you know?
Like, I mean, it's cool, but I'm just wondering, you know?
So, we just find out, like, I mean, he's like in our age range, you know? Yeah. So we're just like, oh, what's up, you know? Like, and then from that, it evolved to, like, having carne asadas together.
Yeah.
And then from having carne asadas, it was just like, hey, like, I need somebody to help me like work, or like I need somebody helping me build cars and
extra
shit.
Pair of hands.
Yeah. So that's when he like came on with us full time. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
And he wasn't like he was very easy to work with, bro. He was very straightforward. He was like I would have to run errands, and I was like, bro, like, can you wash this car while I'm gone? Like, just prepared for a customer.
I got it.
And by the time I'd be back, bro, like it'd be ready. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was pretty straightforward working with him. You basically just got to tell him like, hey, bro, do this, and this, and he'd get it done. Right. You know, so that's what's up. I mean, shout out to Lil Fool.
Honestly, man. And it, like you said, it seems like you guys are having stupid fun. I see those videos every time. Yeah. That one where he was like deadlifting that diff. That bro. Video always, I'm like, dang, this dude, they're making shit happen. I
shared that one not too long ago. There's just some videos that pop up on my like the whole memory. The Instagram memory, and I gotta share them. You know, some are worthy of me resharing them. Yeah. But in 2021, it was the first time me going to Mexico as an adult. Okay. So I told Little Fool, like, hey, bro, I'm going to Mexico. I told him, like, I gave him an option. I was like, hey, bro, I'm going to Mexico, but like I got invited by my brother and his wife out there because they were living out there at the moment. Oh shit. And he just invited me, kind of, you know. And then I tell him, like, hey, bro, you have an option, like, you can roll with me and like I'll just cover all the expenses, or I can just give you $1,000 cash, like, and you just stay here. Yeah. But regardless, you're gonna get like rewarded.
You'll get compensation, I guess.
That way you don't feel like, oh, this fucker's having fun out there, you know,
and I'm stuck here not doing shit.
Yeah. So I was like, bro, like I'll give you a G, or you can just go with me and fucking I'll pay like the flight, I'll pay the food, I'll pay everything.
You're rolling.
And he's like, are you sure? Like, can I roll? Yeah. And I was like, bro, let's fucking go.
Let's make it.
So Mexico was definitely fun, bro. It was cool. Like, we were always with family, you know. So it was never like, oh, let's go clubbing or nothing. Like that. It was just like, let's go to Cancun. We went to Cancun. Okay. So we were out there for a minute, bro. I
was gonna say that you were gone. Yeah. All you would post like every now and then what you were doing, and then you were like, maybe I'll be back.
Yeah.
I think at one point you were like, all right, we're gonna be here another week. We're gonna be here another week.
Well, towards the end, the shitty situation was that I got COVID out there.
Oh shit! So you had to stay.
Yeah.
Huh?
So they had this thing where like, if you get a negative test, you can't board a plane.
Yeah, no.
So you were stuck there at the time. You were stuck there.
Yeah.
So they don't even ask for that shit anymore.
Nah, there's.
So I got stuck out there, bro, for 2 fucking weeks. Even my girl went out there and fucking was just like out there chilling with me while everyone was making me feel like a fucking dog in a room, like just She was in there chilling with me. And
She's like, well, we're fine.
Like, we're good. Yeah. But this was always been there for me. So I'm just like, like I always got to be there for him.
Yeah.
I feel that way.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I always got to be there for him, like whatever it may be, like whether it's a big situation or whether it's something small. I'm like, I'll come in clutch. Yeah. Because he definitely came through for me. Like,
because I mean, I know we're only seeing it through these short videos or pictures or anything like that, but he is legitimately there with you all the time. And he's not, I mean, I don't want to he's a little stanky, right? Like he gets, my boy gets his hands dirty. He gets in there. Like it doesn't seem like he's just around looking around like, oh, what do I do now? No, like he's legitimately helping you, right?
You
like,
heard that little fool? You got a shower, bro.
That or my boy Gio's got to post up a nice video, dog. Like he's getting you out here with oil and all that stuff in your hands, man. But no, like what I'm trying to say is like, dude, he's not afraid to work, right? And like he's always there, man. That's what it seems like, and that's cool. I mean, I can tell you, there's a lot of people out there that are just like, nah, I'm cool, man. Like,
for sure.
That's cool. That's crazy how it came up too, because you would think that, all right, you were talking to some other dude who wanted to buy wheels, and you got like what, his friend or Little Fool was his friend, so it's like it wasn't even the person you were talking to initially. It's this guy, and it's crazy because you. For the past 3-4 years that I've seen, he's been there or something
Well, he's actually stuck around ever since 2015.
Yeah, so
I started posting him until like later on, like when he started doing all the crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like
when he got comfortable and he was like, all right, let me be.
when he started showing the real side, you know what I mean? Like that's who I truly am. But man, he's definitely cool.
Seems like a good guy, man. But it's crazy. It's crazy to look back, right? Because we're like talking to you right now. Everything about Roosevelt, it's coming back. Not necessarily everything, but like you said, the hallways, all you hear is stank, stank. I do remember you being very, entrepreneurial. I remember one time it was me and Alexis. We were in Spanish and we were sitting down, and Alexis like nudges me and he goes, "Dog, look at Gio," and we both look at you, and your seat was kind of by the window, and you were literally looking out into downtown because you could see the skyline. I don't know if you remember this, and then we're like kind of laughing like, this dude's, hey bro, Spanish. And you were like, nah, dog, just look out there. All kinds of money to be made. And we're like, God damn, bro. Like, what the fuck? We're not even 18 yet, bro. Let's worry about graduating first. And then and you've always been like that. Like, you've always been cool to me. Like, you've always.
Appreciate that.
You always joked around with everybody. I don't remember anybody being like, oh, Gio Ledesma. Oh, yeah, like, fuck that guy. No, they were just like we said, they would be like, oh, the fool stank, or like, but they would always have something to say, and it's crazy how, like I said, we're sitting here, we're talking about it, and it's like, damn, you've done a lot from that point. It's crazy,
and it's times, bro, where it's like, I don't know if it's all in my head, but I feel like I haven't done enough.
I get this. I feel that.
I feel like fuck, like. If I wouldn't have slacked off in certain areas, like, where would I be? You know what I mean?
Like how different could it have been if I would have put in 5 more minutes or that hour or something?
But I mean, regardless, every day, like I stick to the grind. I try to grind as hard as possible. I'm definitely getting to a point where I'm like, I don't want to grind physically anymore. Oh, you know what I mean? Where I don't want to grind physically anymore, and I'm just kind of like plotting on the next step.
Yeah.
I know forever for the rest of my life, bro. Like. We'll probably link up in the next 5 years.
No, for
and
sure.
I'm still gonna be talking about cars.
Oh, I'm with you.
But yeah, like
hopefully this will be bigger.
For sure it will be.
I'll be able to cut you 10% of an episode that you come to, man. That's the goal.
Love, bro, it's all love, bro.
But
I'd gladly do it for free. Then shit.
But that's what it is. And honestly, that's like that mentality. That's what it was. I was like, all right, we're gonna start this podcast because turning wrench is fun. Don't get me wrong. Like I've been in it. but dog, my back hurts. Like we're getting old, homie. We're getting old, and it is cool. Like that's why, like I said, we did this because I was like, I don't want to stop talking about cars. I don't want to stop being around cars.
Yeah.
But if this can make me the most money, or anything that I'm doing around cars where I don't physically have to bend down or something like that, let's do it. And I'm hoping this avenue it breaks something open, and
it will, bro. It will, bro. You just gotta keep believing in yourself, keep believing in the movement, just fucking push harder. And I know you'll make it, bro. I know you'll get there.
No, I appreciate that, man. And like I said, dude, we're freaking this has been a long time coming. Like hit you up last year, didn't really make anything happen.
Yeah,
but here we are. A couple questions that I kind of had.
For sure, lay them on me.
So I don't want this to be, but you don't own a shop, do you?
No, we work out of our pad for sure.
Which is I don't want to say crazy, but if you think about it, this dude's pushing 1 to 2 cars a week out of a driveway, right?
Yeah.
And people are over here running full shops. You can see on any Discovery Channel, any Motor Trend, fucking, YouTube, they're in shops, dude.
Yeah.
Stressing out. I can't do this. I can't. And you're fucking completely restoring cars.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me. So with that, like, what does a workflow at your house look like?
I think it all starts with the mentality. Like the mentality is like, try to make a plan for the project.
Okay.
You make a plan for the project, and excuse me. You make a plan for the project, and you kind of try to execute the project with that plan.
Okay.
With that plan in mind. So like, let's say I get a customer's car, and he's like, okay, I want this done.
Mm-hmm.
So there's times that I'd probably attack the hardest shit first.
Okay.
And there's times that I'd attack the easiest shit first. Like whatever is gonna make the progress keep flowing. Okay. Like I do that.
Right.
But I don't want to just have the car sitting at my house not doing shit.
You're just looking at it.
Yeah. So there's times, I'm not fucking perfect. There's times that I get stuck and I gotta reach out to my brother, like, bro, can you fucking help me out, figure out this electrical shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you help me figure out this? Like, it's not acting up. Like, right now, I'm working on a customer's car that his cluster wasn't working for years.
Yeah.
And I tried digging, and it just got to the point where I'm just like, okay, I lost my patience. I've invested enough time here where I need to move on to the next project, And then my brother comes through, and he has more patience, and he just starts like digging through the car and seeing what the problem is, and he was able to get that shit working.
All right. For a short while, I bet you're like, this motherfucker. But then you're like, you know what? It's done. All right, it's finished. It's cool.
Yeah, it's done. I was like, when he gets it done, I'm like, fuck, I could have done that.
Yeah, like that's all it was. Yeah,
that's all it was. But it's cool, bro. It kind of works out at the end.
Yeah, just lay out the plan, try to stick to it, and
lay out the plan. Execute with the realistic time in mind. Because I've learned that there's times that you tell a customer like, okay, I can get your car done in 2 weeks. And in reality, there's some shit that delays you.
Yeah.
There's some shit that delays you, and there's some shit that you're just like, fuck, like I can't figure this out.
Yeah,
For the life of me, I can't figure this out. So give yourself some wiggle room. Or I mean, if you're gonna be on the business side of things, give yourself some wiggle room, to tell your customer hey, give me some more time, or I'm gonna need more time.
Yeah, because I'm sure they'd also be happier too to be like, hey, your car's done earlier than, hey, correct. I'm gonna need.
Yeah. You don't want to make that car.
No,
when you're
for
just
sure.
Like, hey, this didn't go out as planned. And
because at the same time, they are gonna be, majority of the time, I'm hoping they'd be understanding, but there's still gonna be that doubt. Like, damn, did I go to the right? Or like, fuck.
Yeah, there's times that there are deadlines in mind. Like, hey, I want to make this car meet.
Oh,
like, hey,
okay.
I want to go to this shit.
That's hard, man.
It's like,
I bet.
Where it's like, okay, fuck. Like once, I had this shitty situation where I built a car in a week, bro. I built a full fucking car that was never supposed to be EFI from factory.
Okay.
Like, it was never supposed to be fuel injected. I made that motherfucker EFI.
Oh my god.
So I put a new engine. I made the shit automatic. I made I
mean that alone. Just converting transmissions.
Yeah, correct. So
crazy.
it was like a big fucking job where I needed to convert it automatic. From automatic to stick. I needed to fucking make a car that had a steering box into rack and pinion, right?
Yeah.
So that's 2. I needed to build this guy a motor from parts in a crate. Like literally, he brought me a crate full of parts.
Like, here you go.
And then he's like, "Hey, can you put this shit together?" And he's like, "Can you do it in under a week?" Because my grandma had passed away like around that time.
Right.
So I needed to go to Mexico.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good, bro. But so it was kind of like, okay, like I'm gonna get this job done, and it'll work out. Because I mean, if there's expenses in Mexico that I gotta cover, like I'll take some money.
Cover
it'll cover it exactly. So I mean, I put that pressure on me, bro. Like, there's certain parts on certain cars that need to be very specific.
Yeah.
You know, the cool thing about Toyota is like a lot of parts are interchangeable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of parts are like they just fit right in. You know, it could be a bolt, a nut, a door handle, whatever, it fits. But I remember this car specifically needed a cross member like for the transmission, because remember we went from automatic to stick. So it has a different cross member for a different transmission to bolt onto the same chassis. So I needed to drive my ass all the way to fucking like halfway through Vegas, bro. Yeah, so it was like a 2-hour drive in traffic in that same week just to get that one part to come back and get the job done. So this customer was very picky, bro. Very fucking picky. Very picky, very picky. He was telling me like, hey, I don't know. I don't get why people don't want to work on my cars. Like, I can't find a solid mechanic. And then that should have been red flag.
Yeah, you're like,
that should have been my red flag.
Too many solid mechanics for them.
And I was like, I mean, this guy knows reputable people in the community. Like,
oh, okay.
Why
wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they want to work on this guy's car? So I mean, bro, like I'm open to take on any job. You know what I mean? Like that's realistic to me.
Yeah.
That I can do it. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm gonna build you a fucking like a fast ass engine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna build you a race car.
Yeah, I'm not knowledgeable like that. You know,
right.
I'll keep it 100. I'm not. But if it's like within my range and of my knowledge, then I'll do it.
Yeah, you make it happen.
So I ended up cranking everything out, bro, in a fucking week. Like shit obviously wasn't gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Shit wasn't gonna be
coming
perfect.
out in a week.
So I'm out in Mexico and I start getting blown up. And I'm like, bro, like fuck. Like, so the first problem was I put brand new NGK spark plug cables.
Oh, okay.
Right. And for some fucking reason, bro, the one that goes from the igniter to the dizzy came out faulty. So it slipped out of the igniter, and you know you need constant fucking
you need
constant
flow of electricity or whatever.
Electricity going into the dizzy. So it literally just shut off on the kit and while driving. But you see, I went through and bought the brand new cables.
Right.
I did my part. Like, let's say if I would have put on used parts.
Yeah, no.
And it would have been like, fuck, why did I do that?
Yeah, I knew I should have changed it.
But it's not like there's so many things going on in the project that I really have control of very little. Mm-hmm. So I just kept getting calls, and I'm like, hey, bro, like, unfortunately, like, I'm in a position where like my family's mourning, and we're like I don't want to be thinking about that shit right now. I can't even do anything. I'm in Mexico. So anyways, bro, I'm not gonna mention who the fuck this guy is, whatever. It probably has been like the worst fucking deal that I've done in my life, bro. Like it gave me anxiety for that fucking year.
Yeah.
Like, it literally like dragged on for so long that I just told the guy, like, bro, you know what? We're gonna sign a document that you know, like that we're done. Like our deal, the deal between us is done.
It's over.
And I'm gonna refund you some money on the project because I can't give you everything back like that.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, we still did work. Like, we still got a full car.
Like, there was shit that was out of my control. You know, he was probably gonna talk shit of me for the rest of his life. Which I don't care. He could fuck that guy.
Say his name.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyways, you know, you can't please everyone.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Bottom line, you can't please everyone. And I mean, if we're approaching it from a different perspective, where it's like not the business side, and it's more like you want to work on your car and shit. You know, same thing. Make a plan out. Make a realistic plan. Make it fit with your budget. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna go ahead and put JDM wheels and you're fucking.
That's all you got, man.
You're barely getting by. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't do that. By. Don't put yourself in that position either.
Let's say you want to buy JDM wheels and you want to save up for the next 6 months.
Yeah,
that's realistic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's realistic. Or let's say you want to get coilovers and they're like the average price of a coilover setup is like $1,200, $1,300 for something like a BC coilover. Or something.
Oh yeah.
It's realistic.
Yeah, like street coilover.
You know. So I mean, save up, make a realistic plan within your budget. You know, like. But as long as you're executing.
Yeah, as long as you're putting, making the steps to go forward and make it happen. As long as you're moving
forward and you're making that shit happen, like, don't fucking overkill yourself. Yeah. Saying like, oh, fucking, I'm gonna get this car done in like 3 months when really it's a project of a year. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's when you're gonna lose motivation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because then you get down on your, like, fuck, it's still on jack stands.
This shit's not going anywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm sure people know this across the fucking.
Oh, for sure.
But for like beginners or whatever, like, don't
get down, dude. People, motherfuckers, dudes that have all the money in the world, their cars take like 3-4 years to get done and stuff like that too. Exactly. So it's like,
so don't give up on your project, because if not, I'm gonna come and buy that shit.
Yeah, he's gonna buy, and then it's gonna get parted out on Facebook Market, and you're gonna be all mad.
Or I'm gonna flip that
shit.
bitch. Yeah. And then you're gonna be all butthurt. So
I could have sold it for $1,000. Final question. I don't want to tie you up any longer.
No, you're good, bro.
The initial D86.
Okay.
Do you like it? Yes or no? How many have you done too? Because I've seen a couple that have pumped out. But do you get annoyed when someone's like, "Yo, give me that Takima special, bro"?
Yeah. So no, not at all, bro. It's like, I never grew up watching Initial D. I'll be completely honest with you. I never watched Initial D. Me and my girl actually found out about it in the same time. She actually got into it more than I did, bro.
Oh, okay.
She went through and watched the whole series or some shit like that.
I saw the first season. Yeah. And I was kind of like, it's cool, but it was like, it was just too much other shit going on.
It's
just race.
I legitimately have not sat through a full episode of Initial D. Like, never.
Yeah.
But I built you a whole fucking Initial D car. You know what I mean?
I built one.
Yeah, I built a whole fucking Initial D car. Like, I have time for that.
You know what I mean?
But it's cool, bro. Like, the 8.6 world or the 8.6 community is so cool because you got all these different fucking like groups of it. Yeah. Like, you got these fucking guys that are like super Initial D. Like, I need to have my car replica, everything.
It's gotta have the stickers. It's gotta have the
everything. Yeah.
Tofu and all that stuff.
And then you got these fucking guys going to the track every weekend.
Oh.
You know? Yeah. You got those guys like doing the time attack.
Yeah.
And then the fucking drift boys where they're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna trash my fucking car and like I'm looking to put the biggest axle or like, like upgrade this shit and
let's weld the diff.
Yeah, weld the diff or just a really, really grippy LSD.
Right.
You know? And then you guys got the guys on a budget. You got the guys where it's like, what can I just got this really stock SR5. Like how can I start building it?
Yeah, like what can we do with
what can I do? Can I just put a little Weber carb? Can I do that? So it's cool, bro.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that in the position that I am, I'm able to cater to each single group.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of why the business has been so successful.
Yeah.
Because it's like I offer a service and a product where it's like
it's not just for one tax bracket. You're going every.
It's definitely available for all the groups of the community.
Yeah.
So that's why like some people would buy like the coilovers on the car.
Yeah.
Some people would turn around and buy the wheels on the car.
Right.
Some people would want to body kit their car. You know what I mean? Or some person just crashed their car at the track and they want a whole new shell.
Okay.
So then I'll have in mind, okay, I'm gonna end up. I got to sell all these parts on the car, and then I'll have that customer that's ready for the shell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's already,
So it kind of works out, bro.
So you're just constantly thinking like, all right, this person, I remember he needed this. Yeah, this person needed this. Yeah, like, exactly. Okay, we could do this, and that's crazy. That's a lot of management, though, man.
Yeah, for sure, it is, bro. But it works out, and obviously, when you get compensated financially, it just keeps you going.
Yeah, you're like, oh, cool.
It keeps you going.
Like this was fun, and I got paid for it, so
it keeps you going. You keep moving. Yeah, man, but a fucking Initial D. Shout out to whoever made fucking Initial D, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You definitely put some money in my pockets. You know what I mean? Like,
never sat through an episode, but you know what?
Yeah, but you made
it's all good, dog. It's all good.
You gave people dreams, and I'm just executing them. You know what I mean?
Because that too, like, if you go into the Toyota stuff, they're like who is it? Oh, fuck, I forgot the guy who, like the engineer or whatever. He was like, "Nah, we're gonna do a Corolla because we want like something simple." We want it rear wheel drive, and we're gonna let people whip it around and stuff like that. And it was fucking dirt cheap at that time. Obviously, like even with inflation, it was still dirt cheap at that time. So
cheap, bro.
they just made a good car for the price point.
I'm
and
sure
everything.
You know this, but the fucking FRS, like kind of like the new developer or the engineers or the architects behind the FRS, kind of got their inspiration from the 8.6.
Yeah,
that's why it was called GT86.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And that too. So this will be the final question. What do you think of those? They're not necessarily Toyota.
Tell me why
I have one.
You'd ask that at some point in
because I have one, and I don't want to say I want your approval or anything like that. But I'm like, I know it's a Subaru. Like, dog, I'll show you. We could open my hood. So nothing on it is Toyota.
The cool part about the car that I respect is that it has the fucking TRD decals. Okay. Like, for sure, the colors. Yeah. You know, that's what's up. You know,
and you know what's funny? When I was looking into them, those decals kind of turned me off to it. I was like, I don't think I want it. And then I don't know why I got balls deep into Toyota, and I understood. Okay, Toyota racing development. I'm like, that's fucking sick. I love it came like that. So those were made in 2019. You can only get those in 2019. They came with the Brembo brakes.
Oh shit.
They came with that decal, that front lip. That there's a little TRD stamp on the front lip, and then the bumper. They did do that on the FRS in like 2016, but then they brought it back for the 2019, and then it did come with a TRD exhaust, and then the interior has like little TRD stuff like
trims and
the
shit,
trims, the Alcantara and stuff like that. But other than that, it didn't get like a bump in horsepower or anything like that. But it did come with
all those
something.
details. All those details are gonna go a long way in the future.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
people are gonna be like, oh fuck, this guy has a fucking
exactly
package or whatever.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the yellow ones? The yellow ones are the real TRD ones, right?
So the yellow ones are the FRSs. So that was still when Toyota still had Scion. So those yellow ones are technically they are TRD, but like I said, I think 2016 or something like that is when they did it. So
I remember.
So
back then.
So those are Scions technically. I mean, it's still a Toyota or a Subaru, whatever.
Same body, right?
But it is a Scion. The only difference is they had the Scion bumper, so it doesn't have like that catfish look to it. It just kind of they still did the front bumper the same. It was just the rear bumper, and I think they did do the exhaust. And then probably some trim pieces, but so those I do like them. Yeah, they're cool, man. I mean the yellow, I can't see myself in the yellow car. Yeah. Maybe not like that, but no, I don't mind them. I like them. And then this car, it came at a good price point. Family member was able to hook me up, so it was the last one on the lot, and they're like, we're trying to get rid of it, so I got it for sticker price.
Okay, cool.
So I was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, fuck all the dealers for fucking doing all the markup price.
Oh my god, dude.
I was like I've been telling my girl, like, I've been having that fever of getting like a fucking Hellcat or getting like a Corvette, like something like that. Like, hear me out, something dope as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's like you walk into the dealer and then you just see this outrageous market price. Like Hellcats,
not even like, oh, it's 10 grand more. No, 50, 60.
25, or it's like 25 is crazy. Like I remember out in, because I live closer to South LA, there was this beautiful purple fucking Hellcat, just ready for me, bro, off the lot.
Like,
it was
here we come.
It wasn't even a white body. I love the white body.
Yeah, the white body.
It was just a regular. It was just a regular. The car was MSRP was $75,000.
Jesus.
So I was like, okay, like
that's already steep. Yeah, you're like,
that's like, all right, cool, that's cool. I can make that happen. But then you just keep reading, bro. You keep reading, and the fucking markup price is $25,000. And what I tell everyone, I'm like, okay, when you go and want to resell the car down the line, you're not gonna tell that customer that's buying your car, hey, dude, I paid $25,000 in market price.
No.
Or you can tell them that, but they're not gonna understand.
They're gonna be
it's
like,
not gonna mean
I
shit
don't
to
care.
them.
They're like, I'm paying for what it is now, not when you got it.
Exactly. So that's kind of the thing. Well, I mean, me, I always see things kind of on the investment side of things, right? So it doesn't make sense, and that's what kind of drives me away from buying myself like a dope car like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it was fucking good chatting with you, bro.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was good, coming back. Like I said, all the memories started coming back.